Pull up. 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 Pull up.
Alright, so here's the TAC view. That's Antos. This is me over here in the red Mig-29. Right off the bat here, I decide that I'm not going to take on the F-15 at 20 or 30,000 feet. That thing has total superiority in that airspace. So what I'm going to do is nose down and try to get in the mountains here. And by doing that, his radar is not going to be able to see me, and it's going to be difficult for him to paint a picture of what's going on in front of him. I'm just going to fly over the mountains here. That was my drop tank. Now we are both over some flat terrain, so it's not a disadvantage for any of us. I mean, it is a disadvantage, but it's equal, right? Ideally, you want to see if you could have stayed here. In hindsight, what I should have done was just circled here and just hung out in the mountains here and waited for him, because I could see, like, and once I was doing my circles, I could have pointed my radar at him and I could have seen if he was gonna come forward and commit to engaging me in this area. And right as he was about here, so he's over flat terrain and I'm in the mountains, that's when I would have engaged them. But you know what they say, hindsight is always 20/20. So here we go. Like I said, I'm pretty low altitude here. That's going to have a dramatic effect on the range at which I can fire the missiles. Once again, it's going to have to fight gravity and drag and all that other stuff. So my launch authorization is going to come a lot later than his at the altitude that he's at. And you can see he's already got his first AMRAAM off. There's the second one. And I'm still looking for that launch authorization. And it doesn't come till about here at 18, 19 kilometers, which is just ridiculous compared to him. Like, he had it at 30, if not a little sooner. So I'm going to get off my first R-77. I had absolutely no expectation of this R-77 to hit anything. It was purely to just force him defensive so that he wouldn't be able to get this third missile off as I was closing the distance. But the launch authorization came in like fractions of seconds too late, and he managed to get off his third AIM-120, which is actually the one that kills me. So ideally, once again, in hindsight, what I should have done was been a little bit higher in the altitude. Maybe as I came over the mountains, I would have stayed low, and just before engaging him, I should have just climbed a little bit, maybe up to like 10,000 feet. And then I would have got a sooner launch authorization queue. But anyway, so he gets this missile off. I don't know about it yet, though. I think it's in TWS mode. And what happens here, or maybe I do know about it. but I'm mostly concentrating on defeating these missiles at this point. I'm not too worried about that at this exact moment. So what I'm going to do to defeat these two is I'm just going to go vertical, right? I do break to the left here, but that was mostly to get this missile off. And then you got my little chaff cloud right here. And to defeat these missiles, like I said, I'm just going to go vertical because I have a nice amount of speed, and the Mig-29 has a beautiful, powerful engines. So once I go up there and I defeat these two missiles, I get 2 more of mine off. Once I manage to get my nose back onto him, I get 2 more missiles off. You can see that that third missile is well on its way. It's like 3/4 of the way here because they're so fast. The AIM-120s, they're so fast. If you watch them in the game, their rocket, it doesn't, you can see the little like red or orange plume on the back. It burns for quite some time. But if you look at the R-77, the smoke dies off after just a couple seconds. So I think the AIM-120s are much faster than the R-77s. And I've personally never seen an R-77 above Mach 2.7. But you routinely see amraams at Mach 3.2 to 3.5. Right? So they're dramatically faster missiles. So massive disadvantage, in my opinion, for the Mig-29 over the F-15. Only because of these R-77s and the sheer capabilities of the AIM-120. So anyway, that AIM-120 with speeds like that is going to hit me, and I'm going to die. And watch what happens with these 2 missiles. You see these 2 missiles? Let me just switch to these real quick. Right here. Alright, this one's obviously scrapped, right? So I knew that if anything was going to hit him, it was going to be one of these 2. And you can see they look like they're about to track. You know, they look accurate. And then look at this. Like, what is going on here? And they just... at first I thought they hit the ground because I was watching it from here. But I thought him going down like this was... they were leading him into the ground, and then he got a little too close and they just hit the ground. That's what I thought. But looking at it now, it looks like they hit each other. Either that, or this one got too close to this one and one of them set off their proximity fuse and they ended up blowing each other up. So that's interesting. I don't think you see that every day. See, look at this. Look at this. And then they detonate. They don't actually touch. So I think it's a proximity fuse. One of the proximity fuses detonates the missile, and that takes out the other one as well. That's my theory anyway. Alright guys, so that's going to be the video for today. Let me know what you think happened with those missiles there. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.